Okay. Is someone online?
Yeah, there's 8 people online, and I'm locked out, but I will be back.
Yep. Katharina. Okay, so I'm curious if people online can hear me. Can someone online confirm if you hear me?
Yes.
No. I found out that Katharina is here, so she worked more with iLand than I did. So she's expert in iLand. Well, if you have some questions that I could not reply, you can also ask her. She knows more about the management model than I know, so even you can ask her. And then Katharina, can you hear? Yes, I think she does. Okay.
Yes, I can hear
you.
Now,
We saw the project file. Is it clear? Any questions about the project file? Somehow. We saw the input data. So again, we need a species file that is there, but we need to check. We have the climatic file database that we have to create from the climate data. And then we have the environmental files that is a GRIF 100-meter resolution and a text file or CSV file with information that we need about the environment, soil, and climate. And then we have the stand files, which is again a GRIF 10-meter resolution, and then the text file where we have the stand and the information for each stand that is required. Then we have some additional files that I said if you want to implement management is a JavaScript file in ABE section of the project file. And then I also showed briefly how to print maps that further can be evaluated in R or whatever you want. Now for the example, and also those files that I showed you come from a study that was already published by Beetle et al. In 2018. It's situated in Austria, in Alps, with an altitude between 490 and 1040 meters, with annual mean temperature from 5.5 degrees Celsius to 9.6, and then water precipitation, and it's a long and intensive management history. For our example, we will only use one part of the landscape, not everything, because it takes quite long to run it. And for this example, it's not needed. And overall, so the species composition of the whole landscape is dominated by Picha abies, so spruce and Fagus sylvatica, beech, and the PBH grasses are predominant between 26 to 40 centimeters at this stage. Now for our exercise, I had to look for a question that we want to see, and I said, well, the landscape dynamics in a region prone to disturbance. Disturbances that will be included are wind and bark beetles. Okay, now that's about our practical part. Then I will close this. Again. Okay. Now we have the parameter file that we saw for the management, and then I also prepared a parameter file for non-management. And this one for non-management, I removed the management section. Well, I just said is false here, and the other one is true, and then I provided the files. And then those options in the user about how much to remove in the sanitary cutting and the trap trees, this is also deleted. Okay, to run simulations. Just I want to know who's interested to run, how many people would run in simulation? 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. If who wants to run the simulations in iLand? Okay, good. Now go in iLand viewer, or these people that want to run. And then here you have iLand.exe. Click right and properties. And well, I don't have it anymore, but then you have that this part. And this one, yes, properties. And if you don't have unblock, then you can open it.
Yeah, I want to put it.
Okay, so then
Each one. Just.
yes, and go iLand. Yeah. So everyone managed to open? Yes. You try? Okay, done. So here we simply have to load the project file that we created. Is first, let's do this one with salvage. You'll go in there is a folder. Here is this folder selection. You select it. And then you go to your folder where you saved your project files that I send you. You have to get to this folder.
Which folder?
This one that you saved that I sent to you, where you have the project files.
I need this. Exercise book. Yes. I then exercise book. Yeah. The file.
Yeah.
Up
there. Yes.
I just
Yes. Only salvage.
Okay.
So in iLand viewer, you can upload only one project file at a time. So you have many scenarios, then you have to create a project file for every scenario and run with it. Then there is another possibility to run batches, but this is in code. You write the code and then you run batch. Yes.
Yeah, is it possible to do it like in Windows prompt, like
Yes.
okay,
You can do it like this.
Okay.
You write the batch,
with the configuration
yeah,
parameter
exactly, and then you have the files and then. Yeah, that's good. That's okay. Okay, I also selected. Oh. Now we also need to have this. And for now we only uploaded the file, but iLand isn't read it yet. To read it, we have to give create. In this part, when you start doing a new landscape, you will get lots of errors. I'm warning you. But it's now that we have this AI tool that we can ask, what is this error? But this should not give any errors because at least I tried it. When these buttons are active, it means that your landscape is, yeah.
You need to press that button.
Yeah. Once. Oh, this okay.
I got some notes. It's not personal.
Yeah. Okay. So now to see what you have, you need to play a little bit with those buttons in the right. And the easiest and the most beautiful one that I saw is individual trees, and then color by species. And then if you go closer, you see, you remember that you asked me a question, what happened if we have other. So you see here there are many empty places. Yeah.
Is it from real data?
Yeah, the one that we used. But I showed you in the PowerPoint is just part of the landscape. So here we have Pichabies, Pagus sylvatica, some Acer pseudoplatanus, and so on. Did you get to this picture? No. Okay.
So
And well, you can try other things as well, but I like this one. It's just something for visualization. Okay, so now that we have this, now we have to say to iLand to start simulations. For this is run model, and we choose the number of years we want to simulate. In my example that I use in the file, I choose 20 years. I advise you to try different years, at 30, 40, 50, to see how the landscape changes in more years. It's well, you can take 20, it's perfect. I will continue with 20.
Is this enough to see any changes?
Yeah, you see some changes. Yeah, because we have disturbances. So. But you can also take 50 and also curious what. Yeah, in run model. And then say how many years you would like to just. Did you write it? We have for trees, for tree, we have disturbances.
So we're basically that. This is looking for how.
And by the way, I mean, if you should have done this, but we can go back to the first part and see other ones we can see which we can image. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
But the rest of that was find the polygons will have one relative business. There's going to be for multiple years, everything in one cluster.
Yeah.
But then you'll put one relative. How that work?
Number one here. Why don't you know because you need that it was times one and so usually they like times one is 1.7.
For example,
Yeah, so you see all the terms.
Yeah.
Which means that it's a
Yeah, but like for example, that's case with the slide, it's crossing over. Yeah, sure. More yeah, so this could be 49.
It doesn't matter, you have to do something. And that will or I will use it as a constant. And it's not so big. Okay, so have you selected a number of years? And now you just give OK and then it will run.
So I'm like, see what's working.
Did you run it?
Excuse me, what is this
Function.
So my question is this, we have a slide, how the local information see
And it's a random.
randomly located.
Yeah, so it knows the number of trees per hectare and then it's random.
So is there is a possibility to use
Well, you can add single tree so that because I mean if you have 20 hectares you can make, but if you have thousands of hectares, then giving individual tree data is a lot of process. But you have the possibility if you go in the gear in the page and then go to standing initialization, you see also how to initialize with signatures.
like we can make custom of individual we can give them.
It was one strike with India now, so that would be the next step. It's just that
It is possible.
if you can add data as individual trees, that's just a compound node, but I haven't tested it.
Yeah, it's so we are giving the dimension the crop right. But every year treatment have different.
Yes, I don't know if you can.
And we will have the existing capacity. So how this will react with this mission in the
And
then
when you initialize it, you have
species. So
and then based on kind of data and so much stress, In the next year should be with us some stress, trees, and then every year more stress as well. Yeah, but this is. You can. Yeah, you don't have. Well, from what I know, as in, it's not possible. iLand is like a continuous development. If you want us to rethink, we can even check out the data. Okay, I guess you will run. I got some questions and I forgot to tell you something. Well, now that I have to compress things, I jumped. In the project file, I haven't shown you the wind and the bark beetle module. It's just that bark beetle I showed you in the presentation, but you have it also here. Well, and the fire. You can, if you don't want any output about them, you simply say false. If you want wind to be triggered, then you have true and bark beetles true. If you don't want them, you just give them false. You don't care about the disturbances. Okay, yeah, that was something that I forgot to tell you. Now we simulated the scenario with management with Salvage, and I also created and I showed you that parameter file for no management, where there are just disturbances considered, but there is no salvage cutting. Let's run this one also. So for this one first, you have to destroy the one that you have already finished, and the output is written in the file. We will go back to this. So destroy it now. Yeah, and now upload the no management project file. Everyone? Yeah. And again, create model. Just curiosity, what simulation times have you used? Someone has used more than 20?
I used 50.
50? 50? 50? Okay, yeah. 200. 200, okay. Okay. My dear baseline. Let's see it. Okay, now for this one, if you already have the landscape, run the model again, and the same number of years. Okay. Has everyone done? Has everyone done it? Okay. Can you pay attention a bit? And now we have the output files, and we have them in the. We go back to the folder that I sent you in iLand exercise. in output. Open that. Can you see what I have? Yes. And the maps here. I'm curious for this for 200 years. You don't have all the maps. For Beetle maps. For no management. Because I have the script for every 10 years to write the map. So I have 10 years and 20 years. For those of you who have 50 years, they have 5 maps for each scenario. This is for Spruce by Beetle, and then for wind, the same. Probably you only have 10 maps for each scenario. Yes.
Yeah, yes, because the purpose one actually didn't all at once. But then you. Should I? No. Yeah, well, we can open it. Yeah. And can you go to home? But we go. Yeah, sure. Just years, right? And if you want, you can do it with. Sure. Yeah, but it's your face.
Okay. So now we saw how to run simulations. Is it hard? So if you remember this figure, the running simulation is the shortest time there. And now we have a small part for data analysis just to answer our research question. Okay, for this, I already prepared a script in R. For those of you who have an output, have you all worked in R before? Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Then go in this file with project files, data analysis, R, and open data analysis R project. And just if you want this, the iLand can be closed. You just close it. If already run, not Alice. So we close it.
It should be open source.
Yep. If you go to this folder with where project files are, data analysis R, and data analysis R project. Sorry?
In iLand viewer? Or
No, in exercise. Yeah.
Or in data analysis?
Yes, data analysis. Yeah, first set your working directory, so then set it to in this folder where you have the project files. This is where you have to set it. Yes. You think we have this one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Did you manage to start the group?
Well, you have to go very question. Yeah, you should go to that. Oh, then go back to arts.
So, how far are you?
Did you say that what's the one have
Akože vieme to pustiť, že to pôjde sledovať, ale teraz tých referátov, čo mi odnes.
Okay, tomorrow.
tomorrow some people will give also otherwise.
Okay, you are each one in different stages. But after you set your working directory, the code should be working. Just run it. Now let's first all of us so we can see. So have you all read the output for the managed and non-managed scenarios? Everyone has read the output files? Yeah, for both. Good. Okay. Then the first chart was the composition of the stands at the beginning of the simulations and at the end of simulations. What have you observed that has happened at the end?
is enough.
Yeah, it's a bit weird because it's super close.
Yeah, for-
7 centimeters.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Why? I was looking also at this.
we will have then more outreach about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that.
So there's still a difference.
Super.
Just wants to close.
Yeah.
Very
scary.
Yeah. So you can see what we're doing. Okay.
I don't just from me to 17. Okay. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So but I
So
Yeah, because you remove
you need to have 50% of standard for it to be possible. Then if we change in the JavaScript file in the management, to say like if 20% of the standard then we remove everything, so probably some, so that's all about systems.
Yeah, because so playing around with it.
Yeah.
So you use.
But it's clear that
You use.
it's just
Just.
well, yes, probably we can do it.
So you use 50 years, I think. How you got it? The differences. 2017.
Yeah, he has some.
Okay.
But not very, he doesn't have any tabs.
I got 20 for the non-managed, 17 was managed for the.
But I know.
For me, my prediction is saying that non-managed trees are better. PCI is
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
And this.
But then we have.
But why these differences in the same model?
Yeah, there is some complexity and then it's always good to run more simulations, like the high repetitions on the.
So if you make a
I for where I was, so I tried with 3, 5, 10. 5 was not different. But 3 was different than 1. So I. That was what we were trying. Okay, next was how the diameter classes have changed within the simulated period. Well, for me, it's depending this one. This is for me with 20 years of simulations. So it clearly shows that there are younger stands than there were in 20 years before. I'm curious with 50 how it looks. Yes.
That should be, yeah. More will be like this.
Yeah, okay, similarly.
That's almost similar, but these two species have different characteristics. Or use twin groups because because
Yeah, this is
more
after
regularity.
50 years.
After many
I'm sorry, at the end of the simulation.
What we have most is the risk from the life.
No, these were removed in that's at the beginning, yes, and then there were disturbances and so on, and these were suitable to use in and then the
Okay.
20-30 years. So this diameter presence.
Okay. Get the new trees we are.
Yeah.
There is no new trees here.
So
Yes, they are new trees. This college is in the. Yeah.
yes, I'm just-
It's right, you say the 6. Trees already dead because of the. Disturbance. Is increasing here, these are helpers, yes, the trees are. Like two species.
Okay, next one. Those who had simulations for more years, you have to do some changes. So you have this 209 line. Hereby, maybe because it's the how often you have a number on your X scale, maybe just put 5, or if you have more than 50 years, put 10. So then I will show you. Or you can try it with 1, it's fine, it's just that messy. So the next chart would be the total volume of the species of, well, spruce and Fagus sylvatica for every year. So then you can see how it changed during the year. And I said you to change that one from 1 to 5. So then in x-axis you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. So it's not that messy.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
Yeah,
you
it's
have to
right.
change it.
Yeah, they reduce the, yeah.
I mean, it just looks.
It's like, yeah, it's cleaner.
But basically, you see that the proportion of, well, the volume for each algae is decreased a lot, and then the Fagus sylvatica just is continuously. I guess for all of us, yeah, for you. So there were no more disturbances. And
There was a disturbance maybe because the volume is going down.
we will see that.
Like, yeah, I've seen the only thing. Right?
So here we don't see
Yeah.
any removals.
At the end of this is like, these are the buffers.
Okay. And then the next one would be the trees that have been removed. This is why you can again change it just to be cleaner. And this output for the non-salvage, we have disturbed trees and natural, the trees that have died naturally. And then for the salvage tree, we have those in green, the ones that were salvaged, natural, the one that died naturally, and then that were disturbed and they were not removed because they didn't fulfill the conditions. Well, here you also see that for Fagus sylvatica, the removals were really, really smooth.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
We are having a similar. This one. And same, because this is the setting. And we have same here.
So it means that I didn't change anything, so I just left them based on the that would be the same for all the rest of the projects. It's 12 point maybe 4 months. Yeah, it's just more. Yeah, I mean, I would expect to be similar in 30 years, but I don't know what much else.
Yeah.
We have to check in the parameters, that's all. Aware of seeing what's in the results and in the simulation. So it's not that's not the thing that the user has. Checking the parameters. But not for.
This is the message. So some notes where
Did you make it? No, because the second one is taking too long.
Yes.
The database is blocked. I had to stop it. But then when I read it, it's not a non-managed file, but automatically to manage. It doesn't appear. So I don't know how.
Yeah, but we have two different videos, so it should be about the
So this is this one is great. Yes. And then shows nice. But they are different. Yes, because it's from the different, and I've just shown this on this what is possible for each one.
Yeah.
So you have different yes. So do you think that's why? I mean, it's like focus on one side on. Yeah, just doing hard. To go in the outdoors and read the out. Managers only do that. Yeah, because it doesn't know what to do. But you have to run that board again. Yeah. Because it's expensive. I destroyed the second one. Yeah. Like the management one that was running for 100 years that I stopped in the middle and I destroyed it and then I destroyed those and the things and then run it again. The output is not good. Okay, because for the 100 years, it didn't write the output. For the management rule. Yeah, I don't know why maybe that's because I rerun it several times.
And you didn't run.
No,
And
I
then
first run 20
and you
times.
destroy that.
No,
Yeah.
okay, thank
And then you
you.
don't-
And
I didn't know what to write.
So now to do this, I like open the management one. Okay. And then, yeah, open the document.
Maybe you can change the year or somewhere. Just you can changing from just we feel to because
Well, that's just the investigation for the same.
Yeah.
this.
Can we turn on the lights? Fine.
Well, for me, yes.
This is fine, we can still see. I mean, can we out? Yeah, like this. Thank you.
Mhm.
This is only. Only a volume method.
One thing, no question is,
Yeah, it's actually
yeah, I mean, that's one way, but you have to actually do through 4%. I mean, you will different data. You cannot know that in the one 3,000 because or something like this. And then, I mean, you can wait for it from the track, and then no one will look at I know that this ratios may work in high comparison to the probably like the platforms and videos. Before, in the first one, you have that or more, then but you can and you keep it as reference. Free, and then you have the number of trees in what you guess the number of trees. Yeah, and you can anyway, estimation.
because it shows you.
And then you can say, for example, 5,000 euros. Let's say 3,000. I can approximately say how many dollars. Yeah. So we can second question is here for the 3,000, that is such huge and they need to account for architecture and project team, bridges, the lands which can do that. And well, you can put that into the data the of the trees. And what time is We have this. This is what I flavor. If you have to, you have to rest it, and then you have to put everything back.
Here we can not.
The hydrogen can usually not feel this constant. Not a
We were supposed to be
We know maybe yeah, this has to be.
I think she left. Yeah, she
no choice is well. We don't know me or not. So. The facts. This one of them.
Natalia, can you come here? I just asked yes, Katharina if she can be available.
Wow.
Hey, yeah, I'm just.
So, if there are, for example, we have students and we have to be like these kind of simply what has now and but festival area is not the most island is one. So we have 200 meters long and then 20 meters. Yeah, because and we have precise
Questions in the room are, so you have to repeat them to me.
I was wondering,
Can you hear me now?
Is it possible to correct or input precise coordinates if we have them? Or not? Yeah, well, there is an input at 3 level that you can add, and I was talking about the higher. We can write it. We can write. Okay. Maybe it would be easier for her to. I should write in chat. Yeah.
You have position of every and that is difficult to
Yeah, so I guess you have a run on the, but basically, I mean, my point was for you to see how you use iLand and how you can really output. You can really do what I scheduled, but I think you got it. And if you have questions, now is also Katharina online, she can also answer your questions.
Actually, we are quite interested in the process.
You what?
We are quite interested and we learn how to process this model, but still we are confused how we get the data.
You have to get that, yeah, the data, you have to figure out where you find that data, you need to know what iLand requires.
Also here, for example, we looked at management and not managed, but how about like wind or bark beetle as we see?
Okay, ask again, so how about?
If you want to see effect of disturbances such as storms or bark beetle, how do you?
You have the parameter file, you should go in the parameter file. And it can.
Those ones, yeah. So those ones are the parameters.
Those are the
or
parameters.
project plan.
And project of parameter file.
Okay.
Okay, it is because the disturbances are different models. But we're creating after. So you have fire, wind, and particles, and there is one called and
I do step and yeah, here is the wind, and you have the parameter for and here you can have
you can have a file where you get your output if you have the history of on the wind 1000 and actually you have in one 2000 and you have the wind in 2003 and 2007. You can create files where you could use those and you want to make some 2000 you could use and you have these swings or whatever and they are giving the one and then the guidelines it's not directly here, you have to add enough time. Yeah, you have to add enough. And now in iLand, you can add iLand AI. And how do you add this to it back like the digital, the terrain model, like the yeah. There's also based in the project price. You can, and you should have those parameters are all values for the parameter file. Some haven't been added, it could be or not. Ei maksa niitä kustannuksia, mitä tulee henkilöistä. Ja kuitenkin siinä tarvitaan tukea ja feedback käsittelemään ja tulee se muuttuu. Se on Thanks a lot for this story.
Yeah.
Very helpful. I just don't have capacity to.
No,
You know, I could do that, but then I would not do anything else.
Yeah. But also like I want to post this, but I should also do something else when I will post this because I wanted
So
to
much.
no, but I wanted to read
The great help with someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it takes quite a lot of time when you're
But I saw recent project file that foundation
Are you asking Katharina something? Yeah.
It's possible to incorporate the 3-level crown parameters, which are level 4 acceptable to RGB. And she's telling me that, you know, light and environment will be reflected in the canopy. So like, yeah, indirectly, yeah, but we really want to do that 3 by 3 level. And in crown, because crown is important.
The crown.
See what she tells me. Individual tree architecture response based on environmental competitive status. But there's also this, if you have a broken, let's say upper part of the stem, it's broken, and then he's very, very likely stressed.
Yeah.
You have it undamaged, and our company are responsible for vertical process. It doesn't relate to competition, it's just disturbance damage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
iLand. Okay, so the structure is taken from the static verification of the solar and from the verification it starts to look for the status. Yes, but it's when you have experience that is but these you have like here right everything I like demand want to start eating models. I have to order file that already has the half of those directories, so those directories have to be created before. So I have to like manage exactly to read the code yes. So that the stuff you can define the types because it is become but like for example, say if I want to do that this but where do I go? Here I have to you can put the larger, but here I have to replace these. You can put whatever name you want. But there will say in the bus. Yes, but like so I need to where do I find the social generation model? Always I have to have always. But you create this type of yes. Yeah, but so the list of all the files I need to create before you can create your model.
Maybe in communication with these developers, she will transfer my message.
Yeah,
because she agreed with these parameters. So changing gender values of the stem.
Yeah.
And then
Part of very important, and there is no.
Yeah, get a bunch of like the ones not about it, so they're helpful.
But so if for example all these like you know which one goes where, what information is yeah. As I said, you can change them, but it's find the value.
Just to check with the device.
It just having structures like.
It's just like available to be for our Amanda. So for example,
The mathematical. Yeah. When you need the from iLand,
I hear.
Täällä
the same. So it means yes, you along the but in Logi there are no coordinate as well like our script ability to create
because
but if you already made a change. Okay. I guess. Yeah.
There's some question about more strategies. I think that a lot for edges. But I think the big.
Niin se Beetle, jossa on tästä vasta ratkaista vasten.
Tuntuu, että sillä olisi kaikenlaista. Mä en ole siis näistä
But only simulate because it used to use old values, Beetle spots, and values reaction there. This is a useful invitation. This is healthy, but when we want to my barbecue, it is healthy in our brain. But when we want to simulate this, only way to use maybe
Yes.
then we try and put it here and then simulate it. Then where is this AI? I'm cannot find. I think you can all go from the values when we ask, when we use parameter data, I think we could see better that it was between.
But it could be one time it was done.
And the issues with the student was not and then totally working on the version. It's but when you want to use iLand, then I think you should use
It would be nice also if I at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, from
The sun stage, you know.
But I think this is but in theory,
So instead of that, you will have those.
Se on tosiaan matkapolitiikka, niin on selkeästi. Missä matkapustannossa saadaan bibliografiaa päälle ja niitä niinku saadaan korjauksia päälle. Tässä se on sitten myös, oli niitä hankintakustannuksia jonkun verran jollekin.
I think it is very effective to meditate. You don't have to go to forest. I know it.
Yeah. Maksaako se 100-prosenttisesti nämä?
I think that six was very going to sit and only way how to synthesize and knowledge. We have to use models.
Jos on jotain tällaista erikoisempaa dataa hankkia, niin sillä lailla tiedetään, mutta mä en saa
Yeah, but the main one prediction, one has the prediction of 0.1. Then you can do prediction and yes. Yeah, but I have personal many predictions and I was wrong with and even of check roads like strategies and particular attack all
so this involving se olla laajennusvuosta
okay. And as send me all my
Katharina told me that there was a reason
maybe some templates of my I check if we should yeah, then I send me your open mail. I have that you send it to me and maybe update it's just the original. Yes, this is I came
Kyllä se täytyy olla, kun se on niin kolmas.
No, I looked at
yeah, well, they need to. Yeah. En tiedä, onko se nolla, jos on semmoista tai
ne on pääasiassa siellä. Sehän on se Intercaro, että se on pääoma siellä websilla. Niin. Se ei oikein voi väittää tekemisestä aikaisemmin puolella. Voitaisiin se noille laittaa jotain.
Siinä se noille sitten laittaa tässä.
Tosiaan se joo, sehän viiapuu. Sehän on niin kuin siinä rahaa vaihtoa, että sitten laittaa mitään muuta. Joo. Selkeästi tehdään sopimus joukkoja, eikä vasta lähellistä.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. Yes, it's
Joo, mä tiedän. Tai Saksan kanssa, jos puhuttiin, että edelleen pitää sopimus, että se haluaa. Sopimus. Niin, että jos ei tehdä mitään sopimusta, niin se auttaisi, sillä voisi olla hyvä, että ehkä se merkiksi.
Joo, niin se on.
Voidaan se tehdä.
Aivan. Ei se tai
ei se ole tosiaan asiallista. Mä olen vielä toisen kerran sen kanssa jutellut, että sanottaisiin, että se on kyllä siten, että katsotaan sitä vaihtoa asioita.
niin akseltoivat.
Sen kanssa on tai se on kovin innoissaan tuossa takasivuudella. Sitä on. Se on jostain ihmisestä.
I think it's writing in Slovak, I don't know why. I think yes.
No,
I think Twitter is not very common for the if there is bias. But okay, right.
Joo, on tässä ehkä katsoa, se selvästään. Siinä on kyllä
Like, can you somehow implement to the model the best?
Tavallaan kuin äskeisellä ainakin jo tästä ylempääkin ohjajaksoja.
Directly.
Yhteystä
I think that what we want from this
ei sitten tässä katsotaan uusiksi. Ei se haittaa, jos se on sellaista.
I'm not sure how much things about it. About
Meillä on tosiaan niitä vanhoja paikoissa, mutta ei ole tekemään niitä uusia. Ja sitten se on aiemmin niitä, että siihen päin.
At first it brings better
I think that it's very good tool, and I think because I think that
on paljon erilaisia sitä just kaikkia ei ole, se saattaa joku olla, jotka on se 1-2.
So I think that I think for the future it's I think
Se on jotain se vaikka vähän
and very easy. Like because I have time to put that is part of but that's not like
ehkä on tehty.
coffee I would
Okay.
okay, but yes, when the brain the destroy brain.
Tämä on musta jotain evaluationista.
Eikö se ole taas tämä hotelli?
But I'm very happy that you have explained. This is like it doesn't have all ideas. Thank you. Very good.
Joo, huomenna varmaan
Finnish.
siinä on evaluationista ja sitten on kyllä luovalainen.
So are you doing some changes in
Paneelitaloudesta.
Ei.
So you get this engineers like this.
Then just tell us.
Okay.
Suuntaan tai se rakenne sanoo jossain kohtaa mulle, että tietysti että hyvin kuuluu. Ei tietysti ole tuolla ketään puuttuu.
This is paid by school. Okay. But she is like doing mostly me, and we are only probably.
I mean, he and be nice if he knows exactly what to do. Rather than trying to find the exactly so and now I look at the point and have managed by you could have managed and be
because I think when this iLand is there are two like side of this IT guy's name and they started to work and they have this is the best model.
Yeah, and I tried to understand it, but like if I from one project to another. And trying to these kind of like.
Then I understand. Coffee is enough, the tea is also so strong. Okay, thanks.
I took you with the board.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's similar.
I'm confused the time because I'm in
That's why I know we still have time. In the
Yeah.
program, it says like 5:30 we would finish, and then there's half an hour before the dinner. But yeah,
Then I looked at my computer and then I saw someone at in Alice's computer that time is different.
yeah, it's confusing if I changed the time because I would get also confused.
Because I had an exercise, you know, for everyone. Because
Yeah.
some changes and so on, but
Yeah.
it's fine. You know, who wants to learn it will learn.
Yes, well, it's a good chance to ask.